Yes, today we are going to start here excess and deficient demand. In this module, we will meaning of excess demand. Along with that, we will discuss here reasons, its impact, okay, and in the very same manner, we will discuss here the meaning of deficient demand. Okay, we will understand this with the help of graph, and then we will discuss further its reasons, its impact, and in very last we will discuss all the measures to correct this excess and deficient demand. Okay. So, here in this video we will discuss only about the excess demand. Okay. We will discuss here the meaning of excess demand. Okay. So, before starting here the income, or we can say the equilibrium level, we know that the equilibrium level of income and employment is determined when aggregate demand it intersects the aggregate supply curve. Okay. So, according to Keynes, the equilibrium level of employment may or may not be the full employment level. It means the equilibrium level may exceed or fall short of the full employment. Okay. So, if equilibrium level it will exceed the full employment level, then there is excess demand in the economy. Okay. However, if equilibrium level falls short of full employment level, then it is a situation of deficient demand. Okay. So, first of all, this excess demand, what is the meaning of excess demand? Excess demand, it refers to the situation when aggregate demand is more than the aggregate supply corresponding to full employment level of output in the economy. Okay. Or we can understand this with the help of one example. Suppose there are 10 laborers in the economy. Okay, suppose there are 10 laborers in the economy, or we can say these are the available resources in the economy. Okay, and these 10 laborers, they are producing 100 units in the economy, let it be. Okay. So, this is the capacity of any economy. Okay. So, this is the capacity of the economy. Okay. So, if the consumers now they are demanding for 150 units. Okay. So, 150 units, that simply means what? That they are demanding more than this one. Okay. So, for this there will be need of more laborers in the economy, but as we know that there are only 10 laborers available in the economy. Okay. So, a producer, he will not be able to fulfill this demand. He can fulfill only this much of demand. Okay. So, here this 50 will be excess demand. Okay. This 150, this is what? This is, we can say, actual demand. Okay. And this 100, this is desired demand. Okay. Or we can say the producer, they can supply of this only 100 units. Okay. So, this 100, this is the aggregate supply, and 150, this is the aggregate demand. Okay. So, this is the situation of excess demand when aggregate demand is more than the aggregate supply corresponding to full employment level of output in the economy. Clear? Now, let us discuss here. You can see here that excess demand, when there will be excess demand in the economy. Okay, as we have discussed in the example, in the previous example, that producer, he can produce 100 units, but consumers, they were demanding for 150 units. Okay. So, this 50 unit, this can't be produced by the producer as resources are not available in the economy. Okay. So, what a producer will do? Producers, they will here increase the price in economy. They will increase price here in the economy. Okay. When price will increase, then there will be situation of inflation in the economy. Okay. Now, first of all, why they will increase the price? The producer, they will increase the price here so that the purchasing power of the consumer, it will decline. Okay. When purchasing power of the consumer will decline, then they will demand for less of the commodities. With this purpose, the producers or the suppliers, they will increase here price, but because of this increased price there will be situation of inflation in the economy. Okay, that means this gap, the gap created here, this gap, it leads to inflation. That's why this gap, this is known as what? Inflationary gap. Clear? Now this inflationary gap, what is this inflationary gap? What is the meaning? Inflationary gap, it refers to the gap by which actual demand exceeds the desired aggregate demand to establish full employment level or full employment equilibrium in the economy. Okay. Now the example that we have taken, according to that example, this actual demand, this is of 150 units, okay, while this desired demand, this is of 100 units. Okay. So this is what inflationary gap, that is when actual demand is greater than, this one is greater than the desired demand to establish full employment equilibrium. Okay, clear? Now this, it is means this inflationary gap, it is called inflationary because this leads to a rise in general price level, okay, as we have discussed in the previous slide. Okay. Now let us discuss this concept of excess demand and inflationary gap with the help of graph here. Okay. Here you can see here inflationary gap. Okay. So here you can see that in the diagram, income, output and employment are measured on x axis and aggregate demand is measured on the y axis. Okay. Aggregate demand and aggregate supply, here you can see that this y line, okay, or the line which is passing through the origin, okay, which is originated from the origin, okay, this line is at 45 degrees. This y line or aggregate supply line, this is what? Aggregate supply line, and the AD, aggregate demand, okay, this AD, this is what? This is the desired aggregate demand. Okay, that means here this desired aggregate demand and supply, they are intersecting here at point E. Okay, so point E, this is what? This is equilibrium point here. Okay, as we have discussed in the very beginning, that equilibrium, it is at that level where aggregate demand is equal to aggregate supply. Okay. So point E, this is here, this is the full employment. Okay. Here all the resources are fully utilized, okay, at this point. So this OM here, this OM is what? OM is nothing but the we can say equilibrium level of income, equilibrium level of output or equilibrium level of employment in the economy. Okay, this is what? This is equilibrium level. This E is equilibrium point, okay, because here AS is equal to AD. Okay, clear? Now this AD1 is what? This is actual aggregate demand. Okay, this is actual aggregate demand. Okay, so here actual aggregate demand, that means according to example, this is what? 150, okay, and 100 units. Okay, that means you can see here that actual aggregate demand is greater than the desired aggregate demand, because actual aggregate demand is above the desired aggregate demand. Okay. Now here you can see that here the given resources, the producer, he can only produce OM units in the economy, but the consumers, they are demanding for ON units in the economy, because according to this you can see that now aggregate supply and aggregate demand both are intersecting here. Okay. So this ON units are demanded by the consumers, but the producer are able to fulfill only OM units. Okay. So this MN, or we can say this vertical gap, that is EF, this is what? This is excess demand or inflationary gap. Clear? This is excess demand or inflationary gap in the economy. Okay, this is what excess demand here. I hope this concept of excess demand is clear to you all. Thank you.